Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Challenge. In the last episode, our tribe discovered a terrifying pack of bearyenas. They're actually the very same ones that chased Canvas and Anna out of their old territory, but it seems as if they may have multiplied. We actually have 3 bearyenas sitting out here in the darkness, and one of them is still a baby. So that prompted a very quick decision for us to go to war. Kiernuta is currently our only warrior with the claw, so we needed him to have a few babies so we wouldn't risk losing it. Unfortunately, his first baby, Adrian from our family from the sea, wasn't quite so lucky. She's a little bit more like a wild mushroom, but her half-brother far off in the grasses actually received Animeme's blessing. He's our only creature right now with the ram horns too, which gives him that tiny little boost in strength, so he's the strongest creature on the island right now. Like it or not, he's probably going to be the one who ends up leading this charge. As the strongest creature, he's going to have to do most of the damage in this battle. But he also has some pretty poor eyesight, and it seems like that's becoming a common theme in this tribe. Since we're only focusing on those cosmetic genes to complete this challenge, to appease to cure, it leaves quite a bit to be desired inside the traits of our tribe. So I'm hoping that Odin is going to be able to find a partner today too, because he's our only creature right now who actually has perfect eyesight. Maybe if he scouts ahead for the rest of the tribe, he can see if anyone else might be lurking on the outskirts. I wonder if anybody else has gotten caught up in this bearyena battle. In fact, I wonder if that's why Silent ended up staying right over here by the ports. Maybe she was actually too afraid to go on if the bearyenas blocked her off. She seemed to have a much more unfortunate ending than Canvas, who had so many creatures around him to love and take care of him. So let's go ahead and gather up some of our extra food right now, that way we'll have enough to feed the new babies. And then we'll probably want to bring Kiernuta straight up to this tile, so he'll be able to breed with Anaresi again. We don't want her to move too far away from her baby, of course, and especially not her little guide rabbit. But if we have her breed with him, there we go. That ensures just one more chance for the claw on our next baby. Kiernuta may only have 1 day remaining, but he's going to try his best to make sure that he leaves this tribe strong. We should be able to bring him straight up to this nest as well. Oh, and do I see some bunnies stealing berries over here? That's probably Takir's bunnies again, stealing those paints from right underneath the bearyena's nose. They're gonna have to be careful because bearyenas do often hunt the bunnies when we're not around. But let's bring Kiernuta right up to the nest. He can meet his newest son, and he can see that this one has definitely been blessed with those strong genes. Fawn could probably scoot back here to breed with him. That way she should be able to pick up food too. Oh, thank goodness. I thought for a moment that wasn't going to work, but Fawn's family gets to live on. That just means we'll have to have Grandma Anna come over here and pick up the berries instead. That is one job that she is very well accustomed to. She probably needs to repaint those berry markings on her fur anyways, and it gives her some time to teach her grandson how to do the same. I like how our little guide rabbit is so interested in the baby right now. Adrian seems to be making some pretty quick friends with your little pet Anaresi. I'm sure you are quite pleased. Now I suppose, Odin, you could come up here to stay with Aqualoo for now? Whoops, okay. Or you could go over there instead. I guess he's curious about those bunnies too? Well, sometimes misclicks make for better opportunities for stories. Maybe he's wondering if this might be a wandering creature after all. So we'll sniff around to see if you can find them. Oh, that is not a good sign, Odin. It looks like the teenage bearyena is on the move. I wonder if the teenage bearyenas go away from their mothers, or if the mother bearyena is right behind him. Typically when the bearyena babies get a little bit older, they stray from our tribe too, but that's only when they're friendly toward us. And we haven't exactly fed this bearyena yet, so you better watch your back, Odin. You never know who's going to come stumbling out of the darkness looking to munch on you. We'll have Aqualoo go ahead and clear out the grass around the berry bush so she doesn't lose this. And then I guess we're ready to skip the turn. Nobody's giving birth today, and in fact we will be losing a tribe mate, but at least we know that plenty more strong babies are on the way. So let's see if the bearyenas will cross the tide pools now. Oh, thank goodness. It looks like you were able to blend in with those sandy shores. Must be because of the patterns that Takir gave you. Now, we can't smell the baby bearyeena anymore, but that doesn't mean he's not still there. And since you are our greatest scout, I think you're going to have to tiptoe your way around the shores and see what else might be lurking there. So sniff around again for us. Yes, the mother bearyeena is right underneath the coconut tree. I wonder if perhaps they were stunned? I believe we learned in one of our other tribes that bearyenas can actually stun themselves underneath the coconut trees. So if that's the case, this might be a little bit easier than you thought, Odin. You'll have to take that information back to your tribe, of course. In fact, let's move you up here. It is dangerously close to the bearyenas. Oh my goodness, and there's the second one too. We can't click on them when they're not in our line of sight. Well, we can click on this one for some reason, but not the one inside the grasses. This one has 14 days remaining on its lifespan, so still quite a bit to go. I suppose once our baby is finally grown up enough to leave the nest, maybe it'll be an easier battle than we think. Those bearyenas will be nice and old by then. We'll go ahead and pick up some berries and you can just observe for us. Just watch the bearyenas and see what they do. See if this one turns around or if maybe they're too stunned to go after you. If that's the case, this might be the perfect time to attack. I think Anna in particular is going to be just so happy to hear this news. She strikes me as the creature who would want to retake this land the most. This is actually where she met Canvas. This is probably where she was even born, way off in that permanent nest that we saw by the Dodomingo before. So this place really holds quite a bit of sentimental value to her, and knowing that these bearyenas are just making a mockery of it is probably really bothering her too. So let's move Hare over to the remains of his father. We'll have this family mourn together as Fawn settles down in the nest. She's gonna grab some extra berries, clear out the grasses, and then Grandma Anna, oh geez, can come over here to grab the others. Oh, I remember you. We saw you before? He's so old now, though. Well, Anna could take a swipe, but I'm worried that he's still going to breed with us anyways. Wait a second. This rogue male has perfect eyesight. Oh, would that be a good way to breed the eyesight back into our tribe? I don't know if Takir would like it though. It's not as though we can alter his mutation menu, so we wouldn't be able to give him any patterns. Well, either way, I guess I don't really want him getting to Anna anyways. Not only would it not really follow her story, she seems very loyal to Canvas, but she would also risk some sick babies since they have the same immunity genes. So come on over here instead. We'll have you gather up the grasses to clear out this area more, just so you can keep an eye on the surrounding creatures. In fact, Aqualoo, you're probably going to be in the rogue male's line of sight next. I think she'd probably come on over this way anyways though. She might be curious to get to know the new baby. Aqualoo strikes me as being somebody who's a bit more carefree and happy-go-lucky, so maybe she would want to play with little Adrian while she still has the chance. Oh, and I wanted to change their gems too so we could separate their families. Adrian's family, of course. Since their mother comes from the sea, the blue gem would probably work best for them. And then as for the other branch of the family, we're going to change their gems over to the pink color, because I feel like that would probably work best for Fawn's babies too. We should probably leave her the normal green of her parents, but all of her babies will have the pink gems instead. So now if we can shuffle these babies around, not with that bluebird looming though. Oh, I am afraid that the moment little Adrian takes a step out of the nest, that bluebird is going to come swooping down to take her. Unfortunately, with our guide crabbit in the way, she can't even scoot to the shore. So until you grow your second gem, Adrian, I think your mother is going to request that you stay put. Instead, she'll just gather up the berries for us. We should probably try to find some more of those roots too. It looks like we have some more roots over here by our healing fruit, by Odin. So that's some more information that he'll take back for the rest of the tribe. As long as the bearyenas don't get to him first. So one more berry for you and then we can skip the day. And I guess we'll cross our fingers that Fawn's baby is going to be just as lucky as their big brother. Oh no! Oh, it's like a carbon copy of Fawn herself? The same patterns, the same fur color, the same nimble fingers? Well, I'm sure you're quite pleased, but it's not really going to help us with our bearyena situation now, is it? I wonder if he's going to end up being just as timid as she is, just as timid and shy. At least he has some pretty good eyesight though, so despite his shy ways, he might have to guide his big brother over to the bearyenas if Odin has other plans. His name is going to be Kaz. Welcome to our tribe, little one. And now let's go see how Odin has fared. Not a single bearyena on him. And it does appear as if the bunnies are staring down the bearyenas too. Does that mean that the mother bearyena is still right there under the coconut tree? Oh, Odin, this is excellent. It also seems as if the other bearyenas moved deeper into the grasses, so it definitely hasn't noticed you. I guess all of those spots are pretty good for something after all. The color camouflage is working wonders. So grab the last of those berries, and then we'll have you come on over here so you can clear out a pathway for Hare. The time to attack is nearly upon us, and once we take down those bearyenas, our food store should be in a pretty good position too. Then we can think about having even more babies between all of our creatures. So Anna, let's bring you over here to gather these berries for now. That way you don't run into that rogue male again. I haven't seen him since, but I'm sure he's still lurking. He still has a couple more good days left on him after all. Hare, I suppose, could jump over this way and clear out this grass. He could try his best to claw away at all of this grass. He knows his destiny, so he's probably very eager to show his stuff. I wouldn't be at all surprised if those were Kirnuta's very last words to him, that he has a grand destiny ahead of him and nobody can take that away. So Aqualoo, maybe you wouldn't mind taking Adrian out of the nest? We'll bring her up this way, and you guys can play a bit further away from the nest together. That way Anaresi can settle down here again, pick up her lazy berries of course, and just spend some time with her crabbit friend. And you guys can bumble through the wilds together. Aqualoo and the wild mushroom. So let's zoom in on Anaresi as we go ahead and skip the day again. And fingers crossed we'll see another little mushroom baby in the nest. Oh, unfortunately she doesn't have the claw either, so we still only have one great warrior creature in our tribe. But at least you'll be able to help your mother pick up all of those berries. The next name on my list is Kimilin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but welcome to our tribe, little one. Maybe this little mushroom will be a bit more of a homebody, and she'll be more likely to stick right by her mother's side. Not like the wild Adrian, who only wants to find your own berry bushes far off in that tall grass. So let's have you two sniff around to see what you can find. We do have some shriveled up berries over here, which I guess is better than nothing. Oh, hello. Another derp snout creature. Is that all that we have on this island? I mean, the derp snouts can be cute, but I do appreciate a little bit more variety than this. That being said, his mask is pretty interesting. If we invite him to our tribe, he's going to be the only creature to wear the mask so far, even though Canvas had it buried deep down inside of him. Not to mention with the pattern D, I'm pretty sure those are actually the panda patterns. Yes, so we could truly get Anime's blessing in our tribe this way. Well, Anna, I'm sure you'd be willing to give up a little bit of your food for him. He is certainly a cute little creature. I wonder if she thinks that his mask pattern is actually just a mud that he's smeared on his fur. Without it, he would probably look like a blank canvas too. Oh my gosh, and I almost missed it. He has perfect eyesight as well, yes! Oh, that is desperately what we need. His lean body means that he's going to be pretty weak despite his ram horns, but still, I think he's going to be a very, very helpful creature for us to introduce to our families. Maybe his speedy, nimble nature will even help him collect the fish a bit more easily, because with his fishing tail, he should be able to grab us up some of those fish swarms. Let's actually bring him all the way down here, right next to our wild mushroom, because I had a feeling there would probably be some fish right at the mouth of the stream. So go ahead and grab these for us. You can add those right to our food stores. It's probably going to go right into Adrian's paws. I bet she is mighty happy that she took the journey with Aqualoo now. It's clear that there are still plenty more unique creatures for her to learn from. Maybe she'll even want to try her hand at fishing when she gets the chance. So we are getting a little bit low on berries. It seems as though Takir is withholding his harvest, maybe because we've been using so many berries for paints. And with us just about to go to war too, this is not a good time for us to be losing food. So Fawn, I'm sure, is just frantically trying to gather up every last berry that she can, every last morsel of food for her little hero. But Hare is not one to be deterred. He can actually go all the way up here right next to the healing fruit. So you're going to get your first look at this thing. This is why your family is so eager to take back this land. We'll make sure that Odin clears out this pathway too, so his little brother can follow. But otherwise, we have to find those bearyenas again. So Odin is going to try his best to stay in front of Hare if he can. There's no reason to put the little guy in danger. And it seems like the bearyena is still stunned. So Hare, I guess it's time for you to lie in wait. We'll set you up right next to Odin, so you should be able to lunge on in there and land your first attack on the next turn. He'll still only have 2 gems though. I wonder if maybe we should have him wait? I'm not sure if the bearyena is going to be able to turn around and take a swipe if it's dazed. Or for that matter, the debuff might just wear off once we skip the day. Well, let's cross our fingers for some rain as we skip this day. Maybe the rain would even help us wash away the scent of the berries too. Even though bearyenas don't like berries that much. Oh no. Oh, your little crabbit pet passed away. Come on over here, Anaressi. Lay those remains to rest. That crabbit stayed by you all this time, and I'm sure you must be heartbroken. At least little Kimmy Lynn got the chance to meet your crabbit friend. Maybe we could even find a crabbit for her in the future if she does decide to stick by the shores. Go ahead and gather up that nest too. It's getting pretty run down anyways, so it won't offer much material. And now let's see if the bearyenas have moved. Yeah, they're still there. Okay, you know what, Odin? I'm going to have you jump in and land the first attack. Oh, one of the bearyenas passed. Yes, that is a good sign. Okay, so we only have 2 bearyenas to worry about now. I'm still not really sure where the little bearyena baby ran off to. I'm guessing he's probably somewhere on these shores. We would have seen him if he walked off toward the tide pools, so maybe he's just in the dark mourning his mother. Well, you better go ahead and gobble up all of that delicious bearyena meat, and then I guess we'll have you jump over here instead. That'll leave you a little bit closer to the bearyena than you've ever been before, but it'll set you and Hare up well for the next turn. Now I guess it might be time to nudge little Kaz out of the nest. As much as he probably despises it, he's going to have to go out to war too. He has to make sure that his brother doesn't get lost. So Fawn will gently usher him down that pathway that they made, as she once again frantically works to pick up all these berries. Maybe she would ask if Anna wouldn't mind going with him? I mean, she is getting a bit older, but I know that she wants to see her old childhood home. Maybe this was even her decision entirely. She just doesn't want to pass before seeing this place again, the very same place where she met her mate. Oh no. Oh, we have meat back here. That is never a good sign. Does that mean that the baby bearyena wrapped his way around behind the healing fruit? Or could that be meat that was left behind by the bearyenas previously? Usually they end up picking up the meat again, so I'm not quite sure what it could mean. We'll bring Anna into the grasses and have her sniff around. Oh boy. Yep, that's a bearyena. Okay, Anna. Hopefully I won't be able to notice you despite your bright white fur. Oh no, the albinism means that her camouflage is going to be affected, so this bearyena would have to be truly oblivious. See, this is why little Kaz was so worried. He knows that nothing good can come of trying to battle bearyenas like this. Even at such a young age, all he wants to do is bask in the comfort of his home. I mean, I'm sure he thinks that this was a pretty good life here. The berry bushes might be slowly withering away, but at least they had food to eat, and at least they didn't have the constant threat of bearyenas looming over their shoulder. So all we have left is Tefan, our newest fisherman. It looks like all of our little fishy friends may have skittered away though, so I guess you're going to have to lead the ladies down the stream. Maybe we'll have you go over to this side. There's some algae over here, so that's probably where they're spawning. We have more fish in the tide pools. Well, lunch on down here, so you can scoop up some more for them. Yeah, there's plenty of fish down here in the water. You guys are going to have to try your best to keep up though, because if you let him get too far away, he might have a bit of a leech emergency. We better have them sniff around in the grass too, just in case. Oh, look at all these roots. That would be the perfect place to call you, Anoresi. Maybe we'll have to have your wild mushroom daughter call you in this direction after all. We'll have Aqualoo start picking up the grasses so we don't lose track of them. And then once again, we should be ready to skip the day. So fingers crossed. Are you going to be okay overnight, Anna, or is the bearyena going to take notice? Well, our guardian mole is quite interested. Is it hopefully watching the bearyena leave? Ooh. Oh, this bearyena shook off the days. It's finally escaped our trap. That doesn't mean that we can't still attack it though. We'll just have to bring our better seeing creatures up first so they can light up the way. In fact, Kaz, this might be your moment to shine. Your moment to prove that you're loyal to the tribe just like your mother wishes. So he'll slink on down to the shores here, blending in so very well with the sandy fur. And then if we bring Odin up here, unless that's where you're supposed to go. Yeah, this would be the best place for Hare to attack the bearyena, so jump on in, little guy. Oh, there is so much meat lying around here and so many little bunnies. So with all of your gems now, you're just barely going to be under what you need to take down this bearyena. Well, go ahead and land in your 2 attacks. Now we only have 2 days remaining. And you know, I think that means that Odin should be able to jump in here and finish him off for you. So that's 1 bearyena down. 1 bearyena gone from this land. And now we only have 1 more to go before we can take it back once and for all. So I guess, Kaz, you're kind of going to be left on food collecting duty. That's probably an easier role for you anyways. Next is the bearyena that is surely eyeing up you, Anna. I think he was distracted by the bunny meat, but unless he catches another little morsel, you are definitely going to be in danger. I wonder if she would whisper out to Fawn. Maybe if Fawn comes to back her up, she would feel a little bit more comfortable out here. We'll bring Fawn right to her side, and these 2 can stand together and wait. That way we can still do a little bit of damage if it does find us. Once we finally do banish all of the bearyenas from this place, I guess we can go back to our original plan of using the healing fruit as some sort of paint or something. Some way to appease to cure again. We never did get the chance to fully explore that option because they were chased away before we could. I wonder if all of this bearyena nonsense is even what brought Devon to us. Since he does have the panda patterns too and the ram horns, Animeme does seem to be getting involved. That might even explain why we're having a drought right now. Vankir wants nothing to do with these silly creatures that can't respect his ways. Maybe he's the next deity that we'll have to visit. Believe it or not, we are about halfway to our goal now. So once those peaceful times return to the islands again, I'm sure that plenty more peepees will be born. We just don't want to risk it right now with so many dangers in our way. So come on over here, Anoresi. I guess we could even have you dip your toes into the deep water. It won't matter for you anyway since you have the water-breathing skill. And your daughters must be so jealous, especially you, Adrian. That is one adventure that you won't be able to take part in. I haven't actually seen any of the water-breathing plants out here. Oh no, and another dead crabbit? Oh, that is so sad. We'll have to have Anoresi put their remains to rest too if it sticks around. If it's not swept away by the tides at least. She may not have known that crabbit, but her heart is still breaking. It's far too soon for her to see another crabbit death. Now as Tavon waits for his little fishies, we can scoop those up. We'll have Aqualoo call Adrian into the grasses, so you guys can explore up this way. We already know there's plenty of roots up here for all of your digging needs, but I wonder what else you guys are going to find. This side of the island is completely unexplored, so there's no telling what might be waiting inside. And maybe if you guys are lucky, you'll even come across somebody who lives here too. Maybe there's somebody without the derp snout that you guys can run into. We should be ready to skip the turn again, so one last time. Let's see where the bearyena is going to go next. The mole is actually facing us this time. I wonder if perhaps it may have noticed Anna's snowy white fur in the grasses. But thankfully, the bearyena is surprisingly oblivious. Maybe it's because we've slain so many of its brethren, it can smell that meat in the distance. And I'm sure it can smell all of those bunnies too. Hare is going to have so much work to do even after the bearyenas are gone. So in the next episode, I think it's pretty safe to say that we should be slaying this final bearyena, and then we can truly take back this land again. Hopefully that means an era of peace will settle down upon our tribe, so Takir can get back to what matters most and paint up all of our markings again. At least this side of the family hasn't gotten so distracted from their initial goal, and with the diversity of their patterns, I'm sure Takir thinks very fondly of them, so hopefully that means a little bit of good luck in their future too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!